Hello, I haven't left yet, but I wanted to show you where Socks is. This morning I woke up and I was missing a kitten on my lap. Of course, this is red. Anyway, um, and I thought it was Ben had gone missing. Ben is so little and he sits on the end of my feet. And I got them all in the kitty carriage of the travel mobile home of the kitty world and took it down the hall. And then I found that the three things that I had in a bed. Lily thinks that going into the kitty bed, red, move your head, and pooping is socially at a, a good place to poop. So I picked up the entire container because they've also have had a kitty food in it, and picked it up like a suitcase and carried it back to the laundry. And then I opened the kitty travel carriage, and I thought it was Ben that I was missing because I sat in the chair and felt bad and looked around and couldn't feel her and couldn't feel him and looked around. And then I was just wasting time, and I'm not, right now I'm sitting wasting time, but got to the laundromat and I was feeling sort of, I'm going to fall in the wall, so I took the stuff out of the washing machine and put stuff in the washing machine, and here's Lily thinking that there might be food around. And anyway, I didn't put him up here. Socks got up here all by himself. He had to have jumped under my sweatshirt. Isn't he beautiful? It was Socks who lost two siblings this week. But Socks is doing fine, and he was the curious one all along. When he was really little, he thought it would be cool to crawl underneath a red kitty house. And I tried to discourage that because I, being the grandma, just assumed that that would be where I'd find him dead. And we have had 2 litters, and I have lost a lot of kittens, and I have cried buckets. Being an empath, I really I pick up a lot of emotions, and I do a lot of crying. Oh, and it's a good thing it's not a profession because no one would go into it. Searing pain in my head. I gotta finish my chores so I can eat. I need to have nonprofit, and I need to have a steamer so I can keep my floors clean until I can have them all linoleumed and with area rugs. Area rugs do the trick. Oh, Pretty Bird is talking. Pretty Bird is talking. Pretty Bird is talking. I have to go in there and feed. I have a mama in there and Daphne. And I took a couple things off the bread rack so he could she could lay out on my Harry Potter books. If you have a book sale, do not be stupid like the people on Pango who sell a hardcover book for $2. If you're looking for books and you want a cheap book, go to Pango. You can find books for $2. I'm no longer going to sell there. I talked to a fellow yesterday. I really like Google for a lot of things. And for $220, they'll set up me a web page and I can sell books. And they'll recommend me to other people looking for books. And That's one of the reasons I always like to belong to Chamber of Commerce's, because when people call that town and they call it Chamber of Commerce, the Chamber of Commerce recommends you. And I had a thing on storefronts years ago, and a storefront is just what it says, a storefront. You have none of the expenses. You just do the selling, the posting of whatever they tell you sold. And I talked to a real personable young man who just did not get that I have $40 in the bank. That's all I have until the first of next month. And that 40 with $4 I have my bank in my wallet, and some nickels and dimes when I scratched them together. My bill for my phone had been $41.15, but Penny paid it last month and it was $45. I have no idea why or how that occurred. So I have to scrape that together, and then I have absolutely nothing until the first. 960 goes nowhere. You can't build credit on the bills you pay a month when 6 or 7 of those bills go into the landlord's hand, and he takes them to the courthouse or the city hall, and everybody assumes that he's paying his bill. And so he gets credit, and those of us who live in Kitten Trailer Park get no credit. I don't understand why no one has ever brought this to attention to anyone before. Next month, I'm going to send about 6, 7 different bills, different checks to the landlord. So I have receipts of all the bills that I've paid. We pay sewage and trash. I have no idea how he figures the water. And next month will be taxes, so that'll be $75. And then we have this stupid smart-ass meter that, from what I read, is put on properties so you can improve the property, not charge the residents for everything that goes through their pipes. He has it on every single trailer here in the park, even the ones he doesn't own. And according to what I read, he can't do that. And he can't put it on things that he doesn't own without permission from the people who own the places. I wrote to the state attorney. State attorney, Miss Bird, was a turd. Absolutely no help at all. Her suggestion was, well, you need to get an attorney. I'm so glad I didn't vote for her, because I would never vote for her again. I always get 3 candy canes at Christmas time. I usually have 1 candy cane at Christmas, 1 in June, and 1 in November. I've not eaten any of them. I've only found 2 of them. One's in here. But there it is, right there. I found it on the other side when I was looking for a book I couldn't find. I need 26 totes because Google will set up my account as a nonprofit, so I can have money coming into my cat rescue. And I thought of a perfect name. Val's Cat Rescue. VCR. VCR! I mean, that's a sign, because In 1991, I had a camcorder business. It was Video Memories. And I had bought a camera from Penny's, which I was so glad they went belly up, because it was a $4,999, and they sold me a lemon. I used it once. It taped for like 10 minutes, and then I'd have static for 20. And if you're doing a dance recital, if you're doing a wedding, dance recital, those things, every minute matters. If you're doing a birthday party, no one knows what everybody's doing, so it's fine. You just edit out the blurb. And I was a film projection person at my local theater. I know how to splice and stuff like that. I always wanted to study film and set designing. But selling books is good. Isn't that a beautiful kitten? It's 3 months old and makes my other 3 weeks old. Makes my other 3 weeks old kittens look like the child. I have to go. I haven't been to the kitchen yet. I have to go into the second room and feed kitties. Talk to Pretty Bird. Go into the next kitty room. And then go to the kitchen and get kitty crunchies and put in there. Oh, I should take my key with me. Yesterday I forgot my key inside. So I had to march over to Brent's house. He lives on the other side of the park. The landlord hasn't looked at me since I had sent him in June $10 to mow my yard twice. But he waited till the 20th to ask me how many times I mowed my yard. Hon, I went through a car windshield. Actually moved my left kneecap over. I went through Access of Iowa, which is a gay newspaper, to find my attorney. I used Edward Krug, who came to my it's like a deposition, I guess. More feminine than I have ever been, and he's changed his name to Ellen Krug, and now he writes. He made me sign a piece of paper saying that no matter how many things might happen to me that was related to my accident, I can never go back to the guy and say, look what you did to me. Or never try to sue him for anything else. Like it was my fault that he turned his car into me. I don't know what he made off the deal, but enough to retire. I got medical and $5,000. I don't know, because I survived? I don't know. "93-year-old retired attorney is dead now, who shouldn't have had a license to begin with, to hit me with his car. But my TBI has started to erupt in my head. Anyway, I got chores to do. I can't sit here and dawdle. But isn't that a beautiful kitten? That sucks. You have a blessed day. And that's Lily. And up there is Ruth. This is Red. And, of course, Dude. The Dude Meister. Such a pretty kitty. I hope you have lots of fur people in your life. And I'm going to wish also totes or dressers. I need like 4 totes for blankets. And then I don't have to lock them here and there. And I also want a walk-in shower that has a door. And that way kitties can't use it as their bathroom. I'll leave you that lovely thought. Have a blessed day.